Susan and Chris, let me show you what I am up to with your design. Obviously for the front, we are going to be putting in a driveway and pedestrian access to the front door and to around the side. I do want to get in some really beautiful trees in here. Formal planting with formal plantings and combinations of informal plantings. So I'd like to do some hedging. So let's start with the driveway. You can see there I've gone for an inlay into the exposed aggregate concrete. This is a sliding gate. It doesn't actually extend over the pathway because the crossover is a single crossover. The wrought iron that you're seeing here, this is just something that I drag onto my drawings. I use this one quite a bit. It's quite nice, but don't take it too literally. Central gate, the pillars are going to match the house, and the detail that will happen on the pillars will be very similar to the details around the house. I love the idea of this Victorian water feature going in. I actually like it in this front corner here. I wanted to put it to the point where we can have it street side appeal, so you can come and actually, as you're walking past, you also get to enjoy and share the water feature. Pathway obviously to the front door. There's about 3 or 4 steps up there. There's a couple of steps up to the driveway to the concrete there. Then a path. This ramps down, and the side of the house is just a really large ramp. In front of the windows here, I want to do there's magnolias, box hedging, hydrangeas. The back of the property, so the ramp comes down the side of the house, all fully paved, and to the back lawn area. So as you can see overhead here, we have a basketball court, a lawn space, a flat area of paving, basketball area, and another seating area. So this gives the kids plenty of options, plenty of room to play. The basketball court can be used obviously for basketball, but we can put up hitting walls. The kids can ride their bikes around and use it as a really nice flat surface all year round. A little bit of garden bed next to the house, just in front of this window here. The garden beds that go around the outside are really just straight, rectangular. I've got a little bit of screen planting here. It can be whatever it wants to be, so don't take it too literally at this stage. I'm just putting it in there to give you an indication. Your magnificently sized alfresco area is large enough to house lounges and dining table. I've got a barbecue in at one end. I've actually got an outdoor kitchen and TV happening at the other end. I want to put the trampoline over a paved area because it's a real pain to have to mow underneath the trampoline. So instead of having to move it each time, I just thought why don't we make it a permanent spot? And when the kids get tired of using the trampoline, if that ever may occur, then we have a nice paved spot underneath, which can be utilised for something else. This is a transition zone between this lower area and coming up to the pool area, which I think is a great spot to do this to do this classic arbour. I've got it covered in a vine. Beautiful planting around the front corner to soften it. I love the idea of getting in lots of pots. Topiary box hedging. I want to do hanging pots, bring seasonal colour through here, and then a formal water feature at the back there. Steps up through a pool gate towards the pool fence there. And I think this is going to be a really nice little spot to go and just sit. Obviously during the day, on a nice day, it's a nice elevated platform to look out onto the rest of the garden and be part of the kids playing. If you've got friends around, you can sit around and have a coffee, and the kids can be out there playing, and you guys can be chatting, and it's a really nice additional spot in the garden that's not the alfresco. Around to the side, so a couple of steps up here, I've just left this section here in front of the house as a blank canvas. We could put in some day beds there, but it's really tight space. So the pool is elevated 1.2 meters out of the ground. I've got stairs coming up on this left-hand side here. Paving that goes all the way around to the side, then up the side of the house, joins up and heads up back towards the garage there. The pool equipment's going to go underneath the house here. So we can see it, look, coming through the alfresco space. It's elevated, it's clad in tiles. I've given you an acrylic edge on the front of it. I've only given it to half height, but it could be full height. Just it's going to come down to a cost thing. And this is what it would be looking like from looking out through the windows of that room downstairs. So I do want to put in some greenery in front of those windows, some pots with some topiary box hedging. And then looking out across to the back of the pool, you can see I've got some nice classical chairs there. I want to get some vines up on that wall and some planting and get as much greenery into the area as possible. This is the view looking down from the upstairs, the main living areas upstairs. The nice part of this pool, being on the northern side here, is that aspect and the reflection of the light coming back into the house. So the nice, really light coloured tiles will make that space even lighter. You will see that there's a bench along one side. I've got stairs, and I've given you a very small, shallow play area. It's all degrees of compromise. It's not a huge pool, and so I just want to. I'll talk you through that. So access into the pool and how much volume is occupied by steps and benches. And when you look down like that and you see people swimming around, you get an idea that it's not a particularly large pool. So everything's a degree of compromise what we put into it. So let me know what you think of the design so far. I do have a few more ideas for the front. Particularly, I want to play around with that waterfall. Maybe put it in the central path or something like that. So yeah, come back to me and let me know what you think.